Welcome to the No, I'm not going to Welcome, everyone, to the Speaking Nerd Podcast, the place to talk about all things comics, movies, TV, video games, and apparently Batman. So today we have a whole bunch of DC news that came out this week, some actual announcements, some leaks, and everything in between. So we're just going to go through it and see how we think. So I figured we'd start off with kind of the smaller stuff first before we get into the big announcement that I know you and I are going to be going over for probably the whole episode. So I figured we'd just start off with the uh, we'll start off with Injustice. So popular video game franchise. We both have played it. I've done videos on it in the past, and apparently an announcement came out, I think yesterday or maybe the day before, but they're making an Injustice animated film, or basically an adaptation of the games, turning it into an animated movie. And I think out of all the things that came out for DC this week, this was probably the weakest one for me. I don't know about you, but like this was
No, I agree with you.
this was pretty weird, and
Yeah.
it's pretty upsetting because I feel like there's only like they're gonna do it two ways. They're either gonna adaptate the comics or just adaptate the games themselves, which would be a really big mistake. But honestly, I just don't see the point in this. Like
Nope.
I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. Um, but do you have any input on this? Any opinion, like differing?
Yeah. Big mistake.
Yeah.
It's just really unneeded. Like, if they're gonna give us Injustice, give us freaking Injustice 3, which is what everyone wants.
Yeah.
For me, Injustice 2 was like a highlight of my kind of growth as a DC fan, and especially with DC video games.
Yeah.
Um, and it was just a fun time. Now that I look back, the story is a little weird, but like just personally, but it's still really fun to play.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's a shame that that game series might not be going anywhere because literally DC and WB don't know what they're doing at all. Like literally zero.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, we can tell with everything they've been doing really regarding the DCEU and this stuff going on with like Gotham Knights and all that is pretty upsetting because they really don't know anything about what they're doing. So yeah, it's just a shame that we're getting a freaking animated movie.
Yeah, I know. It's especially weird because it's just like we all won Justice 3, and we know they're probably going to be start making it at some point. Um, because I don't know. There have been reports about them making a Marvel game, which I would love to see, but it's just like, you have a thing going with Injustice and Mortal Kombat, all that stuff, but it's just I don't know. It's a weird
I
thing,
agree.
and I
Yeah.
mean, if you're gonna do things with Injustice that's not a video game, then I think comics is really the only way to go because you can
Hmm.
do more with it than with an animated movie, and
Right.
and just going off of assumptions, like I said, there's only really two ways that I feel they're gonna handle it, which is either adaptate the games, which would be wrong, or adaptate the comics that precede the games, which is just even more unnecessary when you can just go read the comics and support an industry that really needs help right now. So
Right.
um, yeah, it's just very unnecessary, and I wish instead of doing Injustice, I would have preferred if they took my idea for the DCEU and made a continuation type animated stuff. Taking
Yeah.
Zack Snyder's material that they probably they're probably not going to do in live action and make an animated film out of it, like make several of them. So then, his vision is out there, and fans will be satisfied in a way.
Right.
But I don't know. We'll have to see more of it, but as of right now, I'm not looking forward to it at all.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. So the next kind of bit of news that I wanted to go over was the Batgirl movie.
Mm-hmm.
Last time we heard anything about it was, I want to say, after Justice League came out, and they were
Yeah.
greenlighting basically everything. Nightwing, Swamp Thing, Mr. Miracle, whatever.
Yeah.
And we got an announcement for Batgirl, who was at the time being directed by Joss Whedon, which that would have been a disaster.
Yeah, I can't imagine that being remotely good.
No.
Um. So yeah. The Batgirl thing. I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest with you, because I would love to see a Batgirl movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of Batman fans would,
Yeah.
but I don't know if DC knows what they're doing with the characters anyway. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think?
Well, I mean, I have more faith in these new directors that came on, which I will not pronounce because that's too much for me. But I mean, I trust them more than Joss Whedon, that's for sure. But it's just like,
Yeah, I agree. It is in the directors. I trust these people too,
but
much more.
at the same time, it's just like DC's track record lately has been really hit or miss with their movies.
Yeah.
So it could go, it can go any number of ways. But I'm hoping it's good.
Yeah. I mean, well, the thing is like the last couple movies have done like really well. Um, Basically everything since Justice League has done really well. Um, Aquaman became like one of the highest grossing superhero films ever. Um,
Right?
Birds of Prey got really good reviews. Uh,
Shazam, yeah.
Shazam and Zack Snyder's Justice League did really well.
Mm-hmm.
So recently DC's been on a roll. It's just we don't really know what's going on with DC. Like, are they continuing the Snyderverse? Are they not? Are they like, is HBO Max going to do something with Snyder? Is like, what is canon? What is not? What's canceled? What isn't Like, we don't know what's going on with anything.
Yeah,
It's
it's
basically a DC universe that's not a coherent universe at all.
it's even more confusing with the whole the merger thing that's happening right now that happened with WB and Discovery, which was more of an it was more of an acquisition than anything. Like AT&T just sold
Yeah.
WB to Discovery, um, but it's a very complicated situation, and I feel like since that happened, DC was just like, I feel like most of these announcements they were having just in the vault somewhere, and they were like, okay, now's the time to unload it on everyone. So
Right.
this though, like, it's just, I mean, it's a character that I'm interested in seeing in a movie, but it's just like the talent behind it, and some of
Yeah.
the uh, executives there is just like I don't really trust them with a
Right.
character like this, and
No.
it's so maybe the creative team behind it can pull something good out of it, but it's just like with
Hmm.
their track record lately, hard to it's hard to picture that, like.
Right.
So, and I mean, just recently the we had New Gods canceled, which, I mean,
Still upsetting.
yeah, I mean, especially after the Snyder hype and all that was
Hmm.
around at that time, and they just
Right.
pulled the plug on it. So,
Right. It was like, oh wow, like we saw Dark Side. We're gonna get a backstory, and then we found out it wasn't connected to Snyder, but it was still cool. We can see Dark Side and the New Gods, but Once
Yeah.
again, they had no no thought process for the fans and pulled the plug.
Yeah. It's like, well, it's like we can't have this connected to Snyder in any way, and we know that people are going to be asking about it once the movie comes out. So
Right.
just
Even though it literally had no connection to Snyder at all.
no. But they probably figured because general audiences like most of the time they don't pay attention to shit like this for at least for DC. It's just like, well, it's all connected, ain't it? It's like no, like it's
Right.
so you know that some people are gonna watch the Snyder cut somehow, and then by the time New Gods comes out, they're gonna be really confused on what this character not showing up and why is that character different and all that. So,
Right.
um, I mean, I can understand somewhat on why they did that, but it's just like fans were really excited to see a New Gods movie, and
Right.
but and no, it's just like that's gone. Like we don't even know about certain sequels, and it's a crapshoot for sure. Like
Yeah.
it's a crapshoot. So I mean, honestly, the only things I'm really looking forward to is probably Shazam and The Flash, and also Black Adam.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I mean, well, what? Yeah, but what about Batman, my friend?
yeah, I mean, I'm more just going off
Yeah.
of, I'm just more going off of like within
Like
the
movies that.
within the extended universe, like within the DC
Oh, I got
extended
you. I got
universe.
you. Yeah, that's my bad.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll just have to see what happens. I mean, I think Comic Con is around the corner, so we'll probably get something for
Are
these
we getting
movies.
a Comic Con this year?
Maybe, maybe a Comic Con at
I hope
home,
so.
but um,
I mean, I know stuff's starting to open up again.
yeah.
Um, just today, I was at the food store, and it said on the front, literally the front door. Mind you, this is a place that was really heavy on mask mandates.
Hmm.
It was like, if you have been fully vaccinated, you can take your mask off. And I was like, shit.
Yeah.
Like, thank you, thank the Lord. So, and I saw that there's this thing called Lollapalooza. It's a concert thing,
Hmm.
and that's happening. It's like a lot of people. So, I mean, Comic Con would be nothing compared to those concerts. So I would
Yeah.
hope that they have it in person.
Yeah. Well,
But
I
yeah, we'll
mean,
see.
if there isn't a Comic Con, even at like a Comic Con internet type thing, we know that DC fandom is coming later this year. So,
Yeah,
um,
that's true.
yeah, but so there's something at least for DC.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, who knows what's gonna happen with Batgirl? I hope they make something good out of it. But
Yeah, me
whatever.
too.
All right, so Long Halloween has been getting a lot of tidbits and things lately, and you know, I know that you and the other guys like were really looking forward to part one, and I was curious about it to say the least, but
Hmm.
DC they were just like, man, people are talking about Long Halloween, just have part two trailer right now. so, so
Right.
so it was just like, well, we'll put it up on the internet, and it's cool. I mean, I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting it to be this soon. I figured by the time we
Yeah.
got a part two trailer, it would have been like right after part one came out. But they were just like, nope. So, what did you think of the trailer?
I liked it. I mean, like, kind of like you. I mean, like, I wasn't like blown away or anything
Yeah,
because it's kind of what I expected. Like, you know, it's Long Halloween. Like,
yeah,
what can you expect?
right,
We've all read it.
right.
But it was cool. For what they're trying to do.
I figured because if they were gonna do a long Halloween trailer for part two, like they'd really play up the kind of mystery of like Two Face, and that was
Yeah.
kind of apparent in the first trailer, and they were just like, nope, Two Face is here too. Um, which I mean, part of me was like, okay, like that's fine. Like you said, we all read the book, so
Right.
we know we were gonna get Two Face eventually. Um,
Right.
but for me, I was just like, I didn't expect them to like just unload it all on us. So,
I know.
um, it was nice seeing Poison Ivy though and Scarecrow. I mean, they
Yes.
look cool. Um,
Yeah.
And you know, the more and more that I see this or see these movies, and especially after what people have been saying about Justice Society and Man of Tomorrow, which seems like we're getting another cinematic universe type with this art style. I'm slowly warming up to it, but I still am skeptical about the whole thing, because I know DC has burned us in the past with their adaptations of classic books. So yeah, so I'm looking at you, Hush.
God, can we not bring it up ever?
All
Just
right,
forget it.
all
Just
right.
throw it in the dumpster.
Well, thankfully that universe is dead, so we don't have to talk about it
Yes.
anymore. Um, Speaking of a long Halloween type story, um, some new images for the Batman came out, or should I say, were leaked onto the internet, and most of it was just promo kind of material stuff, the kind of thing you see
Yeah.
on like you know like say a kid, like you're taking your kid to buy action figures and stuff. It'd be that kind of packaging. Um,
Yeah.
but they did show off a picture of the Riddler close up, and he looks really cool. I don't know where all the hate is coming from that, and
I know.
you know,
He does look really cool.
I don't get it. Like people were really harping on it, and like nobody was said anything when the trailer came out, and we gotta look at him there, and I mean, he looks great. I love the, kind of mysterious, kind of Zodiac killer nature of it. So,
Yeah,
you know.
me too. I like it a lot too. The just the atmosphere of the trailer. It really gives you Zodiac vibes,
Mm-hmm.
and that's one of my favorite movies. It's a really, really well done movie,
Yeah.
and I just love the fact that it's like Riddler's kind of this serial killer, and it's to me it's a very real life Batman interpretation.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I just hope that we do get good amounts of comic elements in it because I don't want another Dark Knight, despite how incredible those movies are. Um,
Yeah.
I don't want that again. I want fresh take, obviously, like everybody does, but I want it to be comic booky.
Mm-hmm.
Like I definitely get Long Halloween vibes, um,
Yeah.
but again, it's very realistic. You can tell from the trailer. But what do you think though of the images? I really like the one promotional art where he's like kind of in like that Arkham pose. You know what I mean? Like where he's holding the batarang.
Oh yeah. Um,
That's cool.
I mean, for the promotional stuff, like it's pretty expected, and
Yeah,
honestly, it looked kind of like generic in a sense.
it
Just
looks very undone
yeah,
too.
it looks it's very similar to like what other movies do for their like marketing, and like it
Right.
felt very much like that, which
Yeah.
it's kind of samey, which I guess I can't harp on them too much. It's it's the kind of business model that works for that. So if you're gonna go with what you know, then go for it. But um, I mean, for the other stuff though, like for that kind of test shoots and all that with Riddler and even Batman, like
Yeah.
that shit looks cool. It
Yeah.
all looks great.
The
Um,
one image that's a little weird for me is the one where his Batman's head is kind of bowed down a little bit, and
oh yeah,
you can see Robert Pattinson's sideburn. And I don't know if anybody else noticed that, but it's
yeah,
just so funny.
yeah. They have
It's a
that.
little like,
Yeah, I was gonna say they have that for another promotional image which came out like this was months ago, and I still don't like the fact that his sideburn is there. Like, I love the suit.
me neither.
Like,
Me
I
too.
love the suit, but it's just weird. It's so weird seeing that in the
And
in
like
the
in the trailer, his sideburn is not showing, from my
no,
knowledge. Like from any pictures, you can't see it.
no,
So I wonder they could have just said, Rob, you got to trim that thing just a little bit.
just a little bit.
Come on,
You
Rob.
still have it, but it just won't be peeking out there. So I don't know. I'm still looking forward to it, and I
Yeah, me
cannot
too.
I cannot wait till we get a second look at the movie. Which
My God, I know now that it's 100% done
yeah,
filming. Like I'm so happy, so excited,
yeah,
because it feels like yesterday when they were like, we're only 25% done, and when they say that, it's like your heart kind of sinks. It's like, oh God. it's gonna take so much longer, and then the time comes, and it's like, man, that happened like the blink of an eye. It was so fast.
Yeah, no. I had that similar thought yesterday where it's just like, because I was thinking back to when they had to shut everything down because of, Robert got COVID and all that. And I'm like, it's
Hmm.
like, wow, they're done. Like, they just put out the movie now. Like, I mean, it's in post production, but like, that they're like almost, almost there with it, with the editing part. So it's just like, I want the movie now. Like, I just want to see it.
Right. Exactly.
I need an excuse to get to my movie theater and use it. um, but yeah, yeah, it seems like a guarantee that we'll get a second look at DC fandom, and it's probably going to be the main thing everybody's talking about.
Oh, definitely.
That and probably the Flash. I'm calling it
Yeah,
now.
the Flash is gonna be crazy.
Yeah,
I think that just because it's like it's been so long since it was kind of like greenlit, and it's they didn't do anything about it for like 3 years,
yeah,
and now it's just started filming a few weeks ago. Or no, it was like a month and a half ago at
something
this
like that.
point. See, time flies. It's so weird. But there was like that overhead shot. I think if that was real, I have no idea.
Yeah, they were.
Of like that one house.
Yeah, they were like it was. It's not in my notes here, but like they were set photos that came out for it, or yeah,
Yeah.
somebody leaked it, where it's like they're showing off Wayne Manor, and not like Ben Affleck Wayne Manor, but like Michael Keaton Wayne Manor, which I'm really
Yeah.
excited about.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know, that movie. Like, I'm hyped for the most part, but some
Me
things they
too.
do, like, cast wise, or just some things they'll put out there. It's like, really, but
Right.
um, but for the most part,
See,
I'm
that's
still,
DC for you.
yeah, it's true.
Or
Um,
rather, that's WB.
Uh, you know, or you know what? By the time the movie comes out, somebody will be talking like in an interview. It's like, oh yeah, WB, like they really fucked with us this time. It's like,
Watch them
um,
be like mid pre-production or mid principal photography. They're like, yeah, we kind of just fired Ezra Miller, and we got to get another casting for Flash. Like knowing them, they would do something like that. They'd be like, yeah, we just fired Ezra Miller
he
like
was just like,
5 months before the movie's
they're just
finished
like, bring
filming.
in Grant
Yeah,
Gustin. Who gives a shit? They won't
they're
tell the
like, the
difference.
universe is just fucked up anyway. Who
Yeah,
cares?
you
Oh
know,
my
it's,
god.
it's a very weird. It's a weird movie, and there's
Yeah.
there's lots to look forward to, of course, as DC fans, and um, let's hope that first trailer isn't garbage. So,
Yeah.
um,
I'm hoping that we get it, by the end of the year or the beginning of next year.
yeah. If anything, I just want to see the suit. Like, I just want to see
Oh,
what we're
me too.
dealing with, because I know somebody made a mock-up concept
Hmm.
drawing, which it wasn't official. Like, it wasn't true concept art, but somebody made a mock-up, and it didn't look right. So I'm hoping they improve, or you know we get something that looks like the Flash, instead of just a guy in a red jumpsuit.
I don't want it to be like kind of like what happened in Far From Home either, where you see all the new suit and the promotional stuff and the trailers and everything, and it only shows up at the very end.
Oh yeah.
So I want to see this suit in action most of the movie, um, because I know that it's going to be more comic accurate.
Hmm.
Especially one thing that I get nitpicky about, sort of, on Flash suits is the ears, and I want
Yeah,
them to
yeah.
do it right. Like I just want it to look really good. But this is the first big budget Flash film, so they'll probably be able to do it. Hopefully, true to what we know.
I'm just glad we're ditching the armor, because I mean,
Me too.
I don't hate the Ezra suit. I don't hate it, but I was just like, it's like
I don't love it either.
Flash doesn't need to be in armor.
No,
So
comic suit is fine.
yeah, but
Yeah.
okay.
So
Uh,
yeah. What's our next topic, my friend?
so so next up, we got some TV shows, some cartoons coming out. Which
Yes.
first we'll talk about the Superman one, because I know that
Yes.
if we talk about the other one, if we blow our load too early, then it's it's gonna be wrong. So So we got two announcements for shows that are coming to both Cartoon Network and HBO Max. So the first one is a new Superman cartoon, which they showed off a promo image, which you're looking at right now. And, you know, just from the shot alone, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a very, like, energetic attitude to it, which I appreciate, especially with modern DC cartoons.
Yeah.
It has its own style, which works really well for it. And I mean, when was the last time we got a Superman show that actually focused on Superman? So
Right. It's been a long
I
time.
know we joked about it in the group chat. It was just like it's like 96, like 99, 96, something like that. So
Yeah.
and that's kind of a shame. but,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, I'm excited. And
And it's already been ordered for 2 seasons, which is awesome.
2 seasons? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm like,
Um,
it better be good though.
I hope so. It has a lot of potential to it, and
Yeah.
um, I'm excited for who's playing Superman. Which
Yeah.
is Jack Quaid, he plays Huey on The Boys, which that show is really good. And if you have not watched it yet, please go watch it after this episode. But um, he's a really good actor, and I've been really enjoying him in the roles that he's in. And I mean, it feels appropriate for a comic book guy like him to take on Superman, even if it is just like a very fun, not really serious type. That works. So I'm sure he can. He does comedy really well, so I'm sure he'll probably nail that show. but um, Lois looks okay. Jimmy, I know some people were kind of apprehensive about because it's been a while since we've had ginger-haired Jimmy Olsen in anything.
Hmm.
If usually, like especially nowadays, in the last little while, we've either had Black Jimmy Olsen, which I don't mind, or we've had shot Jimmy Olsen, Batman v Superman. So I hope they stay true to the character and make something really fun out of it, and we get something that resembles Jimmy Olsen. And,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, let's talk about Batman, because I know we've all been waiting for it. So besides the new Superman show, we're getting a Batman one. Um, Batman Caped Crusader, it's called. Uh, and it's coming to both HBO Max and Cartoon Network, and it's got a pretty interesting creative team behind it. So we have Bruce Timm, Matt Reeves, and J.J. Abrams.
Very weird to put them all in the same thing.
Yeah,
But each of them has done pretty good things in their own right in the past. So I'm hoping that can be a good synergy.
I hope it all works out. I mean, Matt Reeves is the one I'm holding out hope for the most. The other two,
Me too.
I'm really skeptical about it because
Me too.
because
I'm
because
no,
Bruce
go ahead.
Timm,
I'm
he's
not a fan of Bruce Timm. I'm just gonna say that.
Bruce Timm when he's not working on a kids cartoon. He's
Well, we
he's
know who the genius was behind the animated series.
yeah,
We'll put it that way.
yeah.
Paul Beanie.
He's made some questionable decisions working on the animated films as of late, and then J.J. Abrams, he's a pretty like hit or miss guy.
We had
Which
Star Wars.
Star Trek, which
Yeah, that's true.
he
Forgot he
did
did Star Trek.
he did Super 8, which I enjoyed.
Yeah,
Um,
Super 8's good.
and then I mean, if we're just looking at like say comic book stuff, like he did a Spider-Man series, which I don't want to talk about. It's not good at all. So I don't know. Like it's So it's a very weird creative team, but I'm hoping they can all pull together and, make something really good out of it. And I mean, from the look of it, like it looks really good.
Hmm. I
Um,
know. I love the art,
yeah.
honestly, and I love the how they're going back to the original suit.
You know what my first thought was when I saw it?
What's that?
It was the 75th anniversary short for Batman called Strange Days. Like it's
Mm,
very, very, and they did this very kind of noirish thing with that, which apparently they're doing for the show also, which gets me excited, and also the fact that
hmm.
Batman, they're bringing it back to that detective style Batman, so it's not all just going to be action and all that, which
Yeah,
is sorely lacking in Batman adaptations, especially over
yeah.
like the last 2 decades or so.
Hmm.
So I'm happy about that. But I wonder though, does this have anything to do with the rumors that came out months ago about a animated series revival? Do you think they mixed it up with this
Um,
or no?
now that you bring it up, that's tough to say, quite honestly, because um, I would say that it's like 50-50 because now that we know Bruce Timm is involved, it makes it a little bit more likely that that was the case.
Mm-hmm.
Because originally, if it was an animated series, obviously Bruce Timm is going to be involved.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah. So I don't know. Now that you bring it up, maybe like 75% sure that it probably was a mix-up.
Might be a possibility. It was just funny when
Yeah.
I noticed it and like because the promo was like it has a very like Bruce Timm style to it and like it's
Hmm.
coming to HBO Max, which the animated series revival was also supposed to come to HBO Max. And I'm like, is this supposed to be it? so, um,
Right.
so I mean, it's probably not, but it was just really fun to think about. Um, I mean, at the end of the day, though, like I'm excited for it.
Me too. Me too.
It's been a while since we've got a solid, you know, good Batman cartoon, which I know Beware the Batman has its fans and
Hmm.
its
We have
haters,
one of
definitely.
them in this podcast, and we have another one of those in this
Yeah, I
podcast
know.
too.
I mean, I don't hate the show, but it's got
No,
issues
I
for
don't
sure.
hate it. I just screw with Alter about it,
I
but
know.
no, I don't hate it. But
No,
I agree with you.
it's not.
We haven't had a solid Batman show since,
Yeah,
honestly, the Batman.
yeah. I know somebody else would say Brave and the Bold, but he's not here, so we can shut the fuck up. But uh, yeah, it's just
Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, guys. So
There's
yes, new Batman show,
yeah,
new Superman show. In animated wise, I think they're gonna step in the right direction. Quite
yeah,
honestly, that's awesome.
yeah. They really just unloaded a whole bunch of DC stuff on us, and
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even DC fandom yet. We are
I
treated good.
know. We are. We're being. It's like Halloween right now. We're getting all the candy.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, uh, tons of stuff to look forward to and tons of stuff to make fun of, like Injustice animated. So, um, but yeah, that's pretty much else. If there's anything you wanted to add into the podcast that I forgot about,
No, man. I think you said everything, and also, um, I hope that this is not in connection to the animated series because I want to see that too.
yeah.
That's all I had.
If it's not, then whatever, I'll live with it. If it is, then
Yeah.
that'd be interesting. But honestly, I don't think it is. I think it's just gonna be its own thing, especially that
Yeah.
you have JJ and Matt Reeves on. It
Hmm.
feels like it's if they were gonna say like, oh, this is the animated series revival, then Bruce Tim, Paul Dini, all them would be on board. So um, yeah, I don't think this is, but it was honestly it was really fun to joke about, and just think about it for a minute. It's like that's not what it is. um, I'm hoping that we get a first look for this Batman cartoon sooner rather than later.
Me too. I mean, I don't know how far along they are, so I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
You know, we're nearing the middle of the year already. As crazy as that sounds,
Wow.
but once June hits, man, what is that, a week? Which is crazy.
Something like that. Yeah.
Um, that's it. That's the middle of the year. Hashtag Gotham Knights should have been out by now. So, we don't get what we want. It should have been a summer game.
I think somebody.
I can't believe the shit
You know.
that we're going through.
I think somebody tweeted the other day. I saw this. It was like there was a proposed release date, like not a legitimate one, but like somewhat of a release window, like a placeholder one. And somebody was like, Gotham Knights should have been out by now. It's like, it would have been out today. And I'm like, it's like, well, that's not how that works, but but I know you're excited. But, yeah, it's just, I mean, we know that E3 is around the corner, so Gotham Knights, hopefully we get something.
See something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see something for that. I also want to see something for Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, and maybe
Me too. Although I do think we'll see less of that sooner because of how
true.
I mean, we didn't even get any type of gameplay trailer or any even look at a gameplay screenshot.
Right.
So I don't know how far in they are. They're probably pretty far in at this point. I mean, it's been almost a year since DC Fandom, which is even crazier.
Yeah, I know.
But I mean, so they're probably pretty far along. But
yeah,
we'll see. I hope they're at E3 as well.
Yeah, I definitely feel there's a possibility there, and I mean, we know for certain that we're probably going to get stuff at DC Fandom, but we'll keep an eye out for E3 and talk about it on the podcast or something. But, yeah. Anyway, that's it for today's episode. Man, what was the last time we did an episode with just the two of us?
It's been probably maybe a month, a little more.
I'd say it's more than that.
Yeah. What was the last one we did together?
Just the two of us?
Yeah.
I want to say it was the first two episodes. I think. It might be. That's crazy.
Was it that long ago? God.
Jeez.
Okay, yeah. It's been a long time then.
Lately, we've just been, we've had everybody but, damn.
Wow. Well, it was nice, though. It was a breath of fresh air for me.
That's true. We didn't have Alter rambling about shit or AJ Swift or Ultra just being like, welcome to the Speaking Nerd podcast. So that was nice.
Speaking Nerd podcast.
Oh man, he's gonna be so mad at me by the time this comes out. But I don't care. Anyway, what do you have going on for your channel and just in general that you'd like to tell the fine people at home?
Well, to you fine people at home, I hope you're all fine.
Yeah.
Physically, not. Because without fine people, I wouldn't be able to call women beautiful. So, I hope you all fine people. So what's going on with me is I have literally no idea because I've been so busy with work lately. And every time I want to record a video or at least write a script, I'm just like not motivated and I'm tired.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm graduating next week. So, done high school. I'm out.
Wow.
And, that'll be a party. We'll have to have a little get together for the podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm graduating in a week or a week and a half, whatever. So hopefully by then I'll be pumping out more stuff.
Yeah.
And I really want to work on my Batman video, The Psychology of the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Which, that was supposed to be out a little while ago probably I wanted to release it a couple weeks ago, but I just haven't been able to finish it yet. So
Yeah.
yeah, that and some gameplay stuff, and that's really it.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
Well, just working on that Arkham Knight video. It's still coming along. I have been making a lot of progress on it though. So I got about, I'd say an estimate, maybe 60% of it done. So hopefully, if it's not out by the end of this month, it'll definitely be out by the beginning of next month. So hopefully, I can get it done on time and on schedule. So and then we can finally move on to other games to review. Which I have a list. Definitely, I have a list. Which stay tuned till the end of the night review, and you'll know which games we'll be looking at. But yeah, besides this podcast, there'll be another one coming up on Sunday, which will just be me and Alter talking about the other news of the week, and not DC in any way related. So stay tuned for that, and yeah, we'll be here next week, hopefully with everybody, because Alter, he was busy with something, and then AJ, he wasn't even home, so fuck him.
Now, right, exactly. Yeah. This is the building blocks right here in this episode of the Speaking Nerd podcast.
This is return to the original
lineup.
Yeah.
Without the damn drama that ensues with Alter and AJ. Absolute pandemonium in this server when they're in here.
If anybody is wondering what the hierarchy of the podcast is, it's me, Swifty, and then everyone else. So, that's basically how it is.
Yeah. Which is fine with me, because you know what? I think me and Marvel could honestly run a damn company as long as I'm not like I was tonight, out and not at home. Then we could probably make anything work as a duo.
Probably.
But, AJ and Alter, those son of a bitches.
They always gotta open their damn mouths. So.
First we got Speaking Nerd podcast. Then we have, I will shoot you in the face, son. I will shoot you in the face, son. If you disagree with Batman, beware the Batman, whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah. And that's basically it, yeah.
He's like, do you want me to kill you? Do you want me to kill you? Okay, then shut up, son. My God. But yes, everyone, that's going to be it for the episode. The leader of the pack will fade us out.
Leader of the pack. You can call me that from now on.
Will do.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share all that fun stuff. Links to our channels and Twitters in the description down below. We're all tweeting stupid shit all the time, so follow us, and yeah.
Better fucking follow us.
Yeah, just do it.
Do it now.
Do it. No, I'm kidding. But everybody, have a great night. Thank you all so much for watching, and don't forget to take care of yourselves. So, see ya.